Hello? Hello? Is there anybody in there? What is going on,
No, they said there's sound.
people? What is happening? I figured, Bam Bam, you are more than welcome to come up on panel. Pretty please.
That's a request.
You don't have to if you don't want to. Hey, Naughty Audie. All of this is Naughty Audie's fault.
Oh, she's nice.
And I'll tell you why in a minute. I'm just kidding. Hey, Richard. Hello, honey. Hello, Lisa.
Hey,
Lady Witch. I don't think she's going to come up on panel. Green Eyes. The lovely Green Eyes.
Coming. Get her a minute.
Oh,
Did you see Green Eyes? I didn't see her. Hey,
yeah,
guys.
she's in there. She's in here.
I'm having some yogurt and berries, so I'm a little.
That sounds like something
It's good.
a honey bunny would eat. Yogurt and berries.
Who's a honey bunny?
Shelly's rabbit.
Goddamn fucking rabbit.
So mean.
So don't be saying
People are so
that
mean
I'm
to the
what
rabbit.
She's eating.
The rabbit is a he.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. Y'all broke my friend COVID's.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do anything. He asked me to come up. That's all. And
That's what they all say. They all say, I didn't do nothing.
What did I do to break COVID? You tell me. Did I take a hammer to him? Did I take a machete to him? No, I didn't.
Frustrated.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Hang on. I gotta. COVID, if you are listening, I'm not laughing at you.
No, I'm laughing at these two buggers because we've got private conversations and we were talking earlier on today and we're still laughing about something.
But that shit was fucking hilarious. That was
what the fuck happened?
And you said it was boring. Listen, the end of that was a Joe Pesci, Sharon Stone with what's his fuck standing there watching when she slaps him and he tells her, he says, how the fuck am I gonna get your money now? What you did to this guy? And he slaps the fuck out of her down the goddamn stairs and tells her to get the fuck out. That's exactly what that was.
I don't know what happened. I'd been up and then I was fucking around down in the kitchen and there was someone talking. There was a woman talking and I didn't know what she was talking about. And I said, this is boring. I'm going to go. And then I think someone else had said something to me and I answered them. And then the next minute he started to get annoyed. And that's exactly what I was saying to him though when I was on panel. You got to not let it get to you.
Yeah.
If you're going to let it get to you and upset you and make you angry and what have you, then just don't do it. It's as simple as that. The minute that you start caring about the internet, you're fucked.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, as a rule, I do not have conversations with people that talk in circles. I just have no use for it.
That's right. And you know I would get jealous if you had other friends anyway. I would be quite upset about this. I'd be like, what? I hope I still come into top place. No, I'm only kidding. Well, I'm not really.
Well, he privated that video, and I think he should unprivate it. I thought he did a really good job. I thought he handled the tension that was in the chat and on the panel. I thought he handled it relatively well. I don't think that I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of there, or anything like that. I thought he did really well, and
He did. He's a good guy. He's a really, really nice guy. But my point is, if he's gonna let these things get to him, where he gets angry and fuck off and just goes, he really does need to reassess what he's doing on here. That's what I was trying to tell him. You'd heard me telling him that 5 minutes prior.
are you saying that it's sometimes not appropriate to tell people to just fuck off?
No, it's very appropriate.
Okay.
I mean, I think
Okay, I
that you
just
should
wanted
say
to
that
make
all
sure
the
that
time.
Bam Bam Big Mouth was not telling me or the other people not to tell people to fuck off when it's
Oh
appropriate.
no, you should tell them that all the time. And have them fucked off out of your view, your eye line, your mind,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
conversations, your thoughts, because
I
they're
agree.
people from the internet. You know what I mean? It's like a box of fleas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be so many fleas in there. You're not going to be able to count how many fleas there are, right?
Yeah.
So if you let one flea upset you, there's going to be 10,000 more fleas now are going to try to jump out of that box and upset you as well. So you know what I mean? It's like just close the lid because there's plenty more fleas.
Yeah. Fucking box of fleas. Oof. They do come out of the woodwork, man. It's crazy.
rats.
And yeah, mice. Speaking of mice, where's the spy mouse? Surely the spy mouse knows that I'm live.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Anyways, oof.
I think that Greg is a very nice guy, and I've said it before.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
When he
Hey,
started
Joe.
his channel, and he, talked about it being kind of a neutral zone.
Never going to work.
Right, that's commendable, and it's a great goal. But they're varying people in here that can't stand each other.
Right. Well, that's where I got upset about that Baroness. You guys know why. And then following me up on panel. How fucking dare you? That woman was ringing my phone in the middle of the night. When your phone's ringing in the middle of the night, what do you think? Because I instantly think emergency. My son's a fucking cop. He's a police officer. I'm thinking, oh my God, is somebody going to ring me to say he's been shot? He's in hospital. You know what I mean? And then it's some drunken fucking nutcase from the internet.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, me personally, somebody tells me to fuck off, I'm fucking off. I mean, I don't need to sit there.
You're going back into your box of fleas, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go agitate the fleas or something.
I have a tendency, like in real life, if people make it clear that they can't stand me, but yet, let's say we work together, I'm in your face. I'm in your face smiling, you're going to deal with me.
Yeah, you can smile at them, but if you're provoking, yourself, then it's gonna go off.
For some reason, I'm getting some weird ass
You get
feedback or something on my end.
Where's your phone?
Well, I just took it. Bam, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I may have had another electronic device too close to the laptop.
Hey, Wiccan, everyone.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I'm eating my berries.
But if you get into someone's face in real life, when it's clear that there's a problem, and you're provoking them, or they're provoking you, it's going to go off.
Well,
I've been arrested for fighting many times, but when I've told the police what have happened, they've said, well, this is provocation. She can't be charged. She was provoked. You come to my door and start calling me names and threatening me and what have you, and then I give you a good thumping. You can't go run off to the police and say, oh yeah, well, I went there and threatened her kids and what. And it's a little bit the same online. When you say, look, go away, leave me alone. You've blocked someone, you've made it clear you don't want anything to do with them. Then they start to follow you around when they can to try and provoke you.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to go down.
Well, that's right. And all the stories I've told about good old Craigslist, and I get a lot of shit for it and all that.
Yeah. We
That's
don't get
exactly
shit. We take the piss out of you.
that's
Fuck
that's
me.
that's exactly the issue that I've seen come up. I don't hear a lot of people speak about it. It does get said from time to time, but really it's people that are going places that they're not welcome to go. And it's not
Mhm.
that, like, say
Yeah.
I'm the one saying that you're not welcome, or even maybe 20 other or 40 other or 80 other, however many like-minded people. It might be, 5 people out of 100 people like don't like a certain person that much that they'll make sock accounts. They'll troll that in particular person from
Sure.
the end of the earth or whatever. But meanwhile, there's people like me who feel the way that you do, where it's like, look, you're the one coming here. You don't
Mhm.
have the right to come in and say everybody's bullying you and everybody's harassing you when you are constantly the one on the defensive, in the position of you are somewhere where you're generally not wanted.
The antagonist.
Right. Yeah.
The
And that was
antagonist.
what
That's
annoyed me.
exactly right. You know,
You know?
and that seems to be the fucking problem. To me, with a lot of these people, they can't leave well enough alone.
That's right.
I guess is what it is.
Well, he'd said to me when he'd seen my comment, he said, "Oh, Bam, will you come up on panel? I want to ask you something." And I had no intentions of paneling up or going live or what tonight. And I said, "Yeah, all right, I'll go up for 5 minutes." Because Griffin went down to see Forrest today. And, this is the first time that they've reconnected since, everybody fallen out and what have you. And he'd went and bought him. It was actually quite sweet. He actually went and looked through Forrest's toys downstairs to see what the main theme was. And then he thought, okay, so this is what he likes. And he'd went and bought him some toys and a Halloween t-shirt and what. So it was actually quite nice. And I've been excitedly waiting on him coming home to tell me how it went and what.
Mhm.
So I was in a pretty chilled out mood. Popped up, COVID said, what's all of this, what is the background to this? And I said, well, I'll tell you fast. Kind of gave him the background of the story.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah. And then I'd said to him, you don't let this get to you though. And then the next minute, this Baroness is trying to come on. And I looked at the profile and I thought, is that profile? Is that woman that I put out? And then I could see it was her name. And I thought, fuck, it is. And then he said, this woman's trying to get on. I said, well, I don't even know why she's fucking here. She knows that I don't want anything to do with her. Why she's coming here and trying to get up on panel, because it's either she leaves or I leave. I'm done. And I think he was a bit, oh, fuck, what the hell? He weren't expecting that. But at the end of the day, I was invited up there. She took the link. He didn't ask her to come up. And I've got no intentions of listening to her. She had been disrespectful in my chat. She'd been drunk all night, ringing me all night until I blocked her number. And then there'd been the situation, that other thing. And it's like, it's done. I don't want anything to do with her. So why are you following me on panels? It's the fucking internet. If you can't go and find someone else that interests you as much as I did several years ago, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
And you're the one with it.
Yeah, and there's a whole etiquette, behind it too as well. I am no expert by any stretch of the imagination. I'm probably one of the rudest motherfuckers on here. That's why I asked you the other day if it was okay if another creator came up, and you politely declined. It did anything to do with any background story or anything like that. It's just I asked because I know that you're.
Hey, you're breaking up.
You don't like to. You may not want to. You just may not want to have a conversation with anybody else. Hang on, let me remove myself and I'll come back.
Okay. Okay, guys. So this is the musical interlude where I sing this a lovely song. Oh, he's come back. It's too late.
Is it any better?
Yeah, it's better now. Okay. Sorry, what were you saying there? Because you were breaking up. I couldn't hear you.
Fuck, I can't remember. I was saying that there's a whole etiquette behind it too. you know, and that's why I was asking you the other day if it was okay if
when Liz came up.
yeah, if another creator came up and you weren't, you know, it's not that there was any bad history or blood or any history at all there. It's just that, you know, I'm aware that you aren't necessarily the you know, conversational type if the conversation could possibly go any other direction than what we're talking about in the interim.
Absolutely. You know? Thank you. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell.
You know, I'm not saying COVID did that wrong, but he does kind of tend to sort of, you know, just Wild West it. You know what I mean? Like just bring all people up on panel and because like I said, I don't know if I broke up or not. Let me reiterate what I was saying probably when I was breaking up. I am the worst at the etiquette and the netiquette. I'm probably one of the rudest motherfuckers on here. But that's just me. Sorry, guys. But I think there was a little bit of that going on too. He certainly probably didn't expect you to react the way that you reacted. And like I said before, you know, some people just need to leave well enough alone. And there's a time and a place for anything. And COVID's panel just wasn't it.
Yeah,
it never is it.
You've just said he probably didn't expect you to react. That is me. I do react like that. You know that. I react like this 24/7. I do this at home, and I do it outside. You know, listen, I am pretty quick to get angry, and I'm pretty quick to react.
She was just chewing my ass on the phone for 2 hours on Saturday. So, yeah, she fucking she reacted. That's it. I mean, for the most part, she's pretty damn reasonable. She's a very near dear friend of ours, and but yeah, don't fucking surprise her. I'll just put that out there. Don't surprise her unless it's like with gifts or something.
That's it. And, you know me too well now.
Yeah, gifts and love, she'll accept those. But the rest of it, yeah, it's, you know. So
I think COVID's handled it probably the same way he does in regular life. He has the hope that people are going to work stuff out, and so he very innocently, not knowing BAM as well as we do, thought that they could work it out. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No,
I just think it's a little idealistic, and you know, if that's who he is, that's who he is. It's not.
Yeah, but you see the thing, Photo. She kept on and on and on at me in the chat. Come on, Bam. You're rude, Bam. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm fucking sober as well. So there you go. You know, go away and leave me alone. I've made it very clear I don't want anything to do with you. But she kept on and on and on. And it's like if he wants to do these live streams and wants to build his channel, this idea that he's got where everybody's going to get on, it's not going to work. And he is really going to have to start reassessing things, because I'm not going to go in there if I'm going to be bothered all the time by drunk people and by people I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You know, that's not cool. And you know, like yesterday, he'd asked me to pop up, and that girl Rosie, you know, that autistic girl.
Yeah.
Well, she'd come up, and she said, "I just wanted to come up because I want to tell you I love your voice, Bam. Where's your voice from?" So I was telling her, there was another girl, and I don't know whether she was getting delay or what, but she seemed to be talking over all the time. But anyway, you know, managed to hear what she was saying to me. She said she was from Texas.
Yeah.
And she was showing me her nails. Do you like my nails, Bam? And I was, they are the best nails. I love your nails. I want nails like that. And, you know, just trying to interact and be nice with the girl. And I don't mind doing that. You know, I really don't mind. I'll pop in and be nice anywhere. But the minute that you start to fuck with me or take me for granted, then I'm not going to be so nice.
Yeah.
It's very simple. I just wanted left alone. He asked me to come up and explain to him what had happened in the past. I gave him the short story. The next minute, I've got a drunk on my ass. I don't need to make friends with that woman, and I don't want to. And you guys know why. You two know why.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been pleasant enough not to say anything about it. And it'll stay like that. It's not my business.
Yeah.
But
I think that he thinks that people can work stuff out, or
they can't.
And he is more of a conversationalist. He likes to have a lot of people up there, and they have conversations. I'm not a conversationalist. But
No, maybe just not bring me up on panel because I'm the loose cannon and everybody knows that I'm going to spark off pretty fast if somebody provokes me. Maybe I'll just not. Maybe just leave him alone. Then I'll not go in anymore.
This is why we can't have anything nice. You know, and y'all call me heavy-handed. This is ridiculous. No, I'm just
Fucker.
did you get the text that I sent you earlier?
Me?
Yeah, I think that you were on COVID's panel, but I didn't know.
Oh shit! No, I haven't
So I
seen
sent
it.
you the stuff. The stuff we talked about last night. It is gold.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Times
you know what I wanted to ask you? Could you do me a favor? You know those daddy scrubs? The daddy scrubs are little like sponges for cleaning. One side's like right. They've got Halloween ones, but over here they're like nearly £10 for one sponge, and I'm not paying £10 for a sponge. If you see them on sale there, would you grab me a couple, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Because I know that they're an American brand, so they're like a speciality thing here, and £10 for a sponge.
No, you can
And
get
I've got Griffin living in here. Griffin will lift your silk scarf and clean your shoes with it. It's like, whoa. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's almost Halloween. What the hell?
I know, that's why I'm asking, because they're little Halloween faces. They're like Dracula, the Mummy, and Frankenstein. So I'm like, oh, I'll ask Clown Voodoo to get me one of those over there. It'll be cheaper.
Man, we've been so busy. I wished we could have got the Halloween clown and the the Easter egg out and done some Halloween decorating.
The chick is in my office, and I think I labeled the clown.
I'm fucking scared of the goddamn
the
Easter chick. That thing is hideous.
No, but it's not. She's beautiful.
That is an atrocity.
Okay.
I think I was supposed to post a picture of that on my channel. Did I?
Did last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Saskia and Luke, you know how they've moved into their own house. Well, Saskia's granny got her Saskia's granny, the kid's granny got her loads of dolls. You know those the old fashioned dolls. You know the Victorian dolls and what have you.
Yeah.
And Wiccan actually sent her a couple of dolls in the summer. So Saskia's got a ton of these dolls. Luke's terrified of them.
Oh,
So every time that they have a row, Saskia brings one of the dolls down and just sets it downstairs to keep him on his toes. But no, that ended pretty badly tonight, to be fair. I think COVID did well, but I just said to him 5 minutes prior, you gotta not let it get to you. And I don't even know what that woman was talking about. What was all that about? Did anybody know? Because I couldn't be bothered listening, to be fair.
I don't know. If she was coming up there to try to like comedically derail his stream, she was about 10 minutes too late. I'm not really sure. I have no idea. I don't, the whole, I don't even want to speak on it just because you know how it is.
Yeah.
You made this comment and then but I deleted it and then I don't know, that kind of stupid shit back and forth. It's like, my fucking God.
Yeah.
It's not even about getting a life. It's just grow the fuck up. Are you fucking serious? And I'm not taking a shot at COVID. I mean, COVID, she put him on the defensive over that fucking shit. He's just a dude on the internet just trying to get along with everybody. That's it.
That's it. He is a nice guy.
And
that's what I worry about.
This fucking salmon that refuses to swim upstream and accept its fate that it's going to die soon or whatever. You know what I mean? Is swimming downstream, trying to like make its way into brackish water and all of that, and guppying up at the fucking top for some fucking flakes. And she's like, God damn, just go over here on your own fucking channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't do that with him. He's learning, and that I've said to him several times, give me a ring and we'll have a chat about it. But that's what I worry about, because he does seem to get very personally wounded. He kept on saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry about that, Bam," and it's like, it's fine. I don't care. No, I'm really sorry, Bam. I didn't mean that. You know, I've got a great deal of love for you. I know. You don't need to worry. It's no big deal. Don't let it bother you. It's not bothering me. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. You know, I was just kidding when I said rage quit question mark. That's why I put the question mark in there.
But it did seem a bit like that. And
I hope
you
he
know what
wasn't.
scares
I
me?
thought he was doing it for dramatic and effect, for drama
No,
and
he was
effect.
angry. He was
I hope he
angry.
wasn't
You
really
could hear
angry.
that in his voice, Clown. He was angry.
Well,
That's what worries me now. Now they've seen a chink in the armor. It's like, right, we
yeah,
know how to get him now. So,
yeah.
you know, this might happen again and again and again. That's
Well,
what worries me.
I don't blame him for getting aggravated because
I'd have thrown her off panel, though. If someone was winding me up like that, whomever, I'd say I would have put them off panel, carried on with my stream, and then finished it on my terms. I wouldn't let nobody make me get angry and go off like that.
Well, he. What I think he should have done is just said,
the fuck up.
"Are you fucking nuts?" Thrown her
Yeah.
off the fucking panel and went on with it. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
that's
Tell
what
her-
I've just said.
Yeah, I mean, same exact thing. I mean, and just go on. You know. But he was already trying to get off of there. I think
Yeah.
he was ready to leave.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those. I mean, hey, look, every once in a while I get fucking frustrated at work and shit, and I'll just be like, you know what? Fuck this fucking shit.
Mhm.
And I'll fucking toss that shit across the fucking table or in my toolbox, and I'll slam the lid, and I'll take 3 goddamn days off. That's right.
You go and play with the fleas.
Yep. Taking my what was it Cartman used to say?
Oh, I have no idea.
You will respect my authority.
No, he would go. He would say something about I'm taking this, I'm going home or something. I don't remember.
I always thought it was, you will respect my authority.
Well, that was what he originally said, but then he said a bunch of other shit. I don't
Oh my God, we killed Kenny.
you run with a gang, I run with 12 gangs, and we only commit hate crimes.
Oh my
We're
God.
bastards. We killed Kenny. Did you ever see the time that they did Dog the Bounty Hunter, where they did the parody of that?
No.
There were Dog the Bounty Hunter in school.
Yeah, Lady Witch.
They were getting
Lady
this
Witch has
kid-
got it. Lady
Pardon?
Witch has got it. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, COVID. Just listen. If you're listening, take it with a pinch of salt. These are people on the internet, right? Anybody that you like, you can get their phone number and you can contact them outside of online. But when it's online, just remember this. At any time, this thing could go down, and that's it. You're never going to see or hear from these people ever again. You don't need to let them fucking bother you. Don't let them bother you.
By the grace of God, we won't see some of these people. Some of them I would like to, talk to again, but that's, my God, that's like 10%.
Yeah, a lot of them look like they're the long lost brother of the Whitaker family.
Yes.
Long lost sister of the Whitaker family, but
Oh my
mistaken for the
God.
brother.
Yeah, you are not kidding about that.
I know.
Oh,
Bam and I talk a lot offline, and
Mhm.
I will get the most. She's going to get aggravated with me. I will get the most random shit, and I'm like, like, why did you do that picture?
Do you remember when I sent you John Cena? With the wig on?
I can't hear.
John
again.
Cena. When he was a
Oh,
mermaid.
Steve.
Oh God, that was so awesome.
Yeah, but we talk, and I do talk to other people as well, and yeah, it can be aggravating if you let it. You got to remember they're doing it because they want to aggravate you.
Mhm.
What I said to COVID, I'm only going to say it for the millionth time, but these are people that, a lot of people, and I'm not pointing fingers at anyone tonight, so don't even fucking try it. But there's people that don't have much going on in their real life, and they haven't had much going on, and they're not going to have much going on next week either. And this
Yeah.
is it for them, They're not here to do positive things.
No.
They're just here to be unpleasant and unhappy and miserable. And unfortunately, when you're unpleasant and unhappy and miserable, you attract that type of person around you as well.
You
So
also
you've got to learn. Pardon?
you also like radiate it.
That's it. Yeah. Problem people attract problem people, don't they?
Yeah.
So that's why I've got a small channel. That's why I remove most of the live streams. And that's why I've got a very limited amount of people that I'll bring up on panel. You know, I took last night's down because I was talking about Forrest in it.
Yeah.
That's why I took it down, because I was talking about my grandson.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'm happy and jovial, and
Mm.
yeah, I get frustrated and aggravated just like anybody else. But I will be perfectly honest. If I have listened to too much of a particular community in YouTube, like let's say, when we're having a go at Costa, um, too much of that, I find myself um, just on edge.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, ugh, I can't do this because there's no positivity with the subject matter.
Yeah.
He makes me angry. You know what? He does make me angry. I'm just going to expect money from people.
Uh-huh.
And that really winds me up. When I heard him and his mother, and she said Irish cunts and Irish, and I thought, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
I knew that was gonna piss her off.
Yes.
Mm.
She's
and then expecting people to buy her breakfast. You know, do we have enough money to buy a whole McDonald's out? Why did she not bring money with her? Why did she not eat prior to going out? And then he's got, they're bastards that won't give us any money. Have you ever thought that maybe your fucking attitude is stopping people actually giving a shit?
Yeah.
Hmm.
He makes me angry.
That's the whole thing. Not that it was anybody's responsibility to give a shit in the first.
Thank you.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
It's like when I was in college, and you're gonna know exactly what I mean. I said this to somebody the other day. When I was in college, my condiments came from McDonald's and Taco Bell. We were poor. I worked all the time, but I also went to school full time, and you're struggling,
That's it. We lived on beans and toast. We had a sandwich maker.
But you didn't expect everybody that you came across in your life.
Oh my God, I would have got murdered.
Give you something,
Honestly, Clown, I would have got fucking killed. My grandma, if she'd have found out about that, my Aunt Blanche and Uncle Sammy, they would have beaten me from here to Southern Ireland and back again. I got murdered for that.
Well, this goes back to what I was saying a while back, either on your panel or my panel, about, these crazy fucking people doing this shit, cutting out eyes and, making socks and stalking people and all of that kind of shit, back in the time when we're talking about, right? I mean, our generation invented this shit, but even back then, if a relative or some school friends or a coworker, a group of coworkers were to walk by you and see the actual implements that it would have taken back then to equate your online behavior today, they'd have fucking beat the fuck out of you and then locked your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with Granny Fanny. We need to bring those days back because some of these people
agree with them.
That need to be fucking walloped across the goddamn head.
Right, but the reason that
I'll be right back. I got to go to the litter box.
Okay.
The reason I brought it up is because when back in those days when I was sacrificing, busting my ass, I wasn't doing it so that some stranger that chooses to sit on his ass could benefit from it.
Exactly. You were doing it so that you could make a better life for yourself.
Yes.
And that, those two, the way that they just expect, it makes me really angry. It disgusts me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, my kid's driving around with a broken bone in his back. And he's going to work every single day. The other one's going out under the risk that he could be shot or he could be stabbed every fucking day. And then you've got this character.
Yeah.
Give me money, get the fuck out of here. And his hatred, his absolute hatred towards everyone, my God, it is seething.
Mm-hmm. It's almost as if he's got an infectious disease of the brain.
But that's what I was saying last night, Frodo. I'm seeing more and more of this on here. And it's men that have got this real bitterness about them and are so hostile and aggressive towards women, but at the same page, they expect women to give them money. That's what I was saying about Stay Negative.
Yeah.
You know, every single picture that I've seen of him, his face is a mask of spite and bitterness and hatred. And he keeps going back to what happened in 2017. We're nearly 7 years down the line. You know, this terrible thing happened to me. And it's like, how long are you going to bring this up? And how long are you going to expect this to be sustainable on the internet and as an excuse for your behavior? But I'm seeing it more and more.
Melatonin jellies.
Oh. Because I had blueberries in my yogurt. I was like, is he eating frozen blueberries?
I don't eat blueberries.
Anything that, oh Lord, don't get me started.
What?
We talked the other day about his diet. I was like, baby, you really need to eat some vegetables. I eat vegetables. I said, bullshit. He said, I had 2 V8s to say. I said, Jesus Christ, that is not vegetables.
Do you know something? It's like hitting your head against a wall. On Saturday, he said to me, you were right all along. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And then he actually tried to argue with me and with himself. When he just agreed that I was right, then he tried to argue about it. And I swear to you, I was sitting here envisioning myself sitting in that truck beside him and grabbing him by the beard and punching him in the side of the head.
What? I'm not going to stand for this abuse. I'm going to quit my own. I'm going to rage quit my own live stream. You can read it right there on the side of the can. It says 2 servings of vegetables or something like that.
Yeah.
And I drink 2 of those every morning. But those aren't the only vegetables, right?
Bullshit. You have a tomato. You have another tomato.
Tomatoes lettuce are fruit.
People used to go to the counter to get a Coca-Cola soda. However, they were getting cocaine, but it said it right there on the label.
This is 2023, honey.
Right.
Do you know you used to be able to go and buy heroin from shops?
What year was that?
I think you're going back in the 1910s, 1920s. You could actually buy heroin.
I wasn't alive back then.
No, I know you weren't. You better not start getting fucking cheeky with me, because I'll get cheeky right back with you, mister. We'll both rage quit. Fuck you. No, fuck you.
He's trying to claim truth in advertising on a can of V8.
Are you saying they're being deceptive?
Yeah. How many green leafy vegetables are in there?
I have no idea.
How many preservatives are in there?
Don't know.
How much
millions.
I would have to put on my reading glasses to read all of that on the can because the print is too small.
That's your excuse?
But you know what he would do, Frodo? He would pretend that he knows what it means on the side of the label anyway. And he would make an argument out of it to suit himself. I've noticed this about him. That's why I don't argue with him anymore.
I'll spin my own narrative.
Yes.
That's exactly what you did on Saturday. You actually tried to argue with yourself. If you could have seen my face, honestly, my jaw dropped. I was like, is he for fucking real? He is just trying to argue with himself here. And I was right. You were.
Well, you know, I mean, listen.
Gotta do it.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Lady Witch
not
potatoes or vegetables.
Once did I ever claim that I wasn't batshit fucking crazy. Okay.
Yes, I know. That's why we love you. But what are you talking about him cutting out eyes? What are you on about?
Oh,
Oh, he takes all everybody images that he can
yeah.
get off the internet and then cuts their eyes out and puts them in his intro videos. You know, like a serial killer would do back in the day when there was only newspapers and books.
Actually, that is what fucking serial killers do. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's got pictures of me with that.
Mhm.
Oh, he's probably got one or two of mine as well now.
I said, my God, my eyes are my best feature. Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you do that? I spent ages on this makeup. Got false eyelashes and everything on, and you cut them out. How could you do that?
Right. I like that. Objection. That was your own
Yeah.
question.
Could you not have taken another picture and done that? That is one strange guy. That really, he makes me pretty uncomfortable, though. Maybe that's what I'm picking up on.
I don't know, maybe.
Well, on the video that I sent you, there's one clip where his mama calls him Rain Man.
Fucking hell. That is some abusive family, that I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's
I want to
nasty.
pop into his chat and say, "What's up, Rain Man?"
Yeah. What was Rain Man's name? What was his name in that? Raymond, wasn't it?
Dustin Hoffman.
Raymond?
Oh, I don't know the real name.
I think it was Raymond.
Dustin Hoffman is the real name. I don't know
He's
what the
the
character
actor.
name.
No, the character's name, I think it was Raymond.
Which will know it.
I don't know. You know, I've never seen that movie. It's one of the ones I've intentionally avoided all these years.
Because you like Tom Cruise.
Actually, I don't. I mean, I don't think Tom Cruise is like all that great of an actor.
Mm.
But I do love Tom. I do love me some Tom Cruise. I just never bothered to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Even when it was on cable, like you know how cable will
Yes.
repeat,
Yeah.
time and time again. If it ever came on there, I would flip it and try to find something
Like,
else.
Isn't he in that stupid movie that you like, Tropic Thunder?
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, I love me some
And
Tom Cruise.
He's not recognizable in that. Now, I like Dustin Hoffman.
No, I couldn't. It took me a while. I could not figure it out. Until I saw the credits, I went, Tom Cruise. Where the fuck is Tom Cruise in that movie? And then when I went back and watched the ending, I was like, that is fucking Tom Cruise. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's
That
when he's
movie
got
is-
the bald mask and all, or the bald
Yeah,
cap on,
Les
is it? Yeah.
Les Nessman, G5, baby. I love A Few Good Men. That is one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies ever.
Mm. He's definitely had some type of plastic surgery done on his chest. You know that this Top Gun Maverick. So you
What?
can see they've recreated the beach scene from Top Gun.
Mhm.
And it's all the younger guys and girls are all playing a football game and what have you. And Tom is in it for a little bit. But he's always shot from the side view. Always shot. And he goes flying along that beach. Like, honestly, you want to see the speed of him. He's like a fucking gazelle going along that beach. But whenever you look at him, when there's just one clip of him and you can see his chest, it's like there's something off about it. There's something not right about it. And I think he's had some type of plastic surgery on his chest. You know, because he's getting older now. He's 60, isn't he?
Like
So-
Yeah, like what can you get done on your
you can
chest?
get
Well, you can get those packs in, can't you? You can get those silicone packs in.
I guess fuck exercise.
Well, I think he does exercise, but I think he's like, as I say, he's coming up to 60, so his skin's going to be losing elasticity and collagen and what have you.
Yeah, but
So-
there's that old man on the TV that hangs upside down on that fucking.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that
He's like 90 years old and he can fucking jump like 4 inches off the ground.
I know. I've seen those people. It's like, fuck, look at me.
Yeah, that's what he says. He jumps up in the air and he goes, "Look what I can do," or something.
Yeah,
What the hell?
yeah, I've seen them. I'm definitely not going to be one of them.
Me neither. I can't do that. Now I'm half that guy's age and I can't do that.
And he
No.
was-
No, the
Well,
only
that's
time
a
I go
crock of
creeping into
shit.
the air is
He's
when I've
no,
slipped on
there ain't no way
something.
that motherfucker's eating vegetables. He's drinking vegetables like meat. Yeah, he's not eating anything. He's drinking everything, like through a fucking IV or something. They turned the camera upside down, not him. Well, hey, Helen, did you hear? Did you hear a few years ago during the height of COVID when he was screaming at everybody on set? I thought that was
awesome.
fucking hilarious.
That was awesome.
I mean,
He had
you
his
know,
own spur.
it is what it is, but it was an awesome spurg, and I thought it was fucking funny as
Who
shit.
was this?
Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah, you've never heard it?
He had his
No.
own. He had his own Les Grossman or whatever. Oh, that's why Lady Witch was making fun of me because I said Nessman from WKRP in Cincinnati. No, Les Grossman or whatever the fuck his name was. Anyways, in Tropic Thunder, yeah, he had his own like real life
Meltdown?
stuck in character. And funny how he had been in Tropic Thunder, right? And Ben Stiller was like, or not Ben Stiller. What's his name? Robert Downey Jr. was stuck in his character.
Oh.
And couldn't get out of his fucking character. And then there's Tom Cruise yelling at everybody on set during COVID. Put those fucking masks on. We got people depending on it. You motherfucker. You especially. I'll fire your fucking ass. You know, I thought that shit was great. I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
Well, they did. Do you remember the guy that
Where's the
American
key?
Psycho? What was his name? The actor.
No,
Norman Bates?
no, American Psycho.
Oh, the Aussie.
No, he's Welsh. What's his fucking name? He was
Oh,
Batman
man.
as well.
Crazy.
I know who you're talking about. He's a good actor.
Yeah, but he had a whole like meltdown, and he was using his American accent to shout at people, but he's Welsh.
That's gonna drive me crazy. I know that. I can't even look it up because I turned my phone off.
He's he did a
Ethan
movie-
Hawke.
No, it's not Ethan.
We know it's not Ethan.
Where I'll have to look it up. He doesn't. His character doesn't sleep for like a year. It's a phenomenal movie.
Is that the one where he's really thin in it?
Yes.
Yeah. But he has this meltdown when I think it's Batman he's making or something.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, that's it. He's
Good
shouting at
Lord,
everybody, but
have mercy.
he's shouting in an American accent. I've told you to turn the fucking lights out. And this guy's from Wales.
I'm gonna have
they
to look
clipped
that
it
one.
anyway, and they've made a song out of it. And it's online. He gets trolled like fuck every time he appears anywhere online. They put this song on where he's shouting in an American accent at people.
Okay, it's called The Machinist.
Oh,
Yeah, that was an excellent movie.
I thought I could have sworn it was Keanu Reeves in that movie for the longest time,
No.
and it's not.
Christian Bale.
I got to go back and rewatch that movie. Doesn't he have like some kind of meth problem or something? He's like doing speed all the time or something.
No, you need to watch the movie.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
I liked American Psycho. I thought that was a good movie.
Yeah, but it was all his imagination, wasn't it?
Well, nobody knows.
It is, because if you look at the bit where he's bringing the body out of the hotel, right? And supposedly the body's in the suitcase or what? And the suitcase is leaking. And then in the next scene when you look, there's no suitcase and there's no leakage. So that's your hint that this is all in his imagination.
Oh, well, thanks for the spoiler.
Sorry, psychologist watches film and ruins it.
I mean, I've only seen it like 17 times.
Yeah, it is all. If you watch very fast, they put the clips in where there's what he's just imagined isn't there. It's very fast, but you catch it and then you realize it's all his imagination.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was all the other stuff that was leading to that. I don't specifically recall, but I guess that scene must have taken, because it's not chronological, is it?
No.
And there, but the scene towards the end where he goes back to the apartment and the lady's like, I was always took it as that part wasn't in his imagination, and that was the clue, or not the clue, but like the confirmation that it was all in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could be wrong.
All in his head. That's why it's called American Psycho. Because people are crazy and they're going, doing ordinary jobs, but they are fucking crazy. That's basically, I think, what the meaning was behind it. Like Natural Born Killers. You know how in the 80s we made serial killers famous,
Yeah,
and everybody was like, "Oh, I can't wait to see Ted Bundy," and that was what Natural Born Killers was. It was taking the piss out of people that worship serial killers. And American Psycho was saying, we've got a problem on our hands, and no one seems to be seeing it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had another movie I was going to bring up, but Wiccan brought up Jacob's Ladder. I don't recall Jake. I mean, I know the title. I just don't recall the movie.
I haven't seen it.
If it was out, I'm pretty sure that was like an
It was
80s, 90s.
1990, and I would have to rewatch it because I wasn't sober then, so there's no telling what I was on when I watched it.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's been a long time. Shit, and I can't remember what other movie I was going to bring up.
One of my favorites that had that kind of dream sequence, I think the title of it was "Dream a Little Dream of Me." Was that it? Had the Corey Feynman and Corey Feldman.
Oh, Corey Haim and
Haim, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch movies like that.
That's the only kind I watched.
There wasn't enough guns and explosions and shit.
Oh, Lord.
I was too busy raising kids to be sitting and watching movies.
Yeah.
And I think by the time they went to bed, I fell asleep. I was so tired. No, I don't think that I've seen that. It was a shame about that Corey Haim guy. That was really sad. I remember The Lost Boys. That's probably one of my very favorite film lists of all time. I really, really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Really good film. But
Oh, I know what I was going to bring up. We were talking about American Psycho, and you were saying about just crazies, how the crazies. So, have you seen Charlie's latest video about the angry guy?
Who?
Charlie, penguins. The long-haired dude on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, the one that's very irate about lots of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the latest one about the guy that drove through a fucking parade and didn't kill anybody, but is facing like 32 counts of...
Oh, my Lord.
He was fucking filmed, right? He felt like... So Charlie brought up a good point, talking about this guy and all the counts he's facing. He said, well, yeah, he's got it on his webcam, or not his webcam, but like his dash cam or whatever of him doing this. He didn't kill or injure anybody. I mean, other than scaring the bejesus out of, shit tons of fucking people.
Yeah.
Because he was being inconvenienced by a parade, right? But Charlie brought up a good point. He said, actually, that cabin cam is probably court ordered because the dude is a fucking registered sex offender and a pedophile.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, talk about the insanity of these fucking people these days.
But do you know what? You see the judges that let these fuckers out, they should be made to house them. It's like, right, okay.
Oh.
Okay, he's a serial rapist. Have him date your daughter. He's a pedophile. All right, bring him to stay in your house then.
Yeah.
If they're going to let them out and then they go ahead and they offend again, whomever they've offended against, the judge that let them out, the judge should pay the compensation. You'll soon see a change in the law then.
Yeah.
Why are you looking up this man's sex offender history? Well, I've got a 3-year-old. Yeah, but what's it got to do with you? Well, I'm trying to keep the 3-year-old safe. What the fuck?
It's like Charlie said, he said, on top of it all, right?
Yeah.
You would think having his record prior to this whole parade thing, he would want to remain
anonymous,
off off the record and anonymous and low key and not bring attention to himself and, fuck all that. I mean, all that, I'm just going to go completely fucking batshit. I'm going to show the world just how angry. I mean, and why so fucking angry? You're a sick, twisted fucking individual, motherfucker. Live
That's
with
been my point. If you look at what is happening on social media, it started to happen slowly. But now if you look, you're seeing it more and more. These really angry people that are angry at everyone, mainly women.
Mm-hmm.
And they want money as well. But they're just so fucking angry. Now, call me old-fashioned, but when someone is as angry as that and is making threats and, talking about wanting to commit violent acts on people, it's not going to be too long before they do something.
That's right.
And why is this being broadcast?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, why is this being broadcast and allowed to be broadcast? I'm taking it as a warning. I'm looking at a couple of people on here thinking, these guys are going to hurt someone.
Yeah.
You've got one threatening to shoot people all of the time. You've got someone else who to me looks like they're about to just cross over that line from being an angry, entitled individual to someone that may hurt someone. And why is it that I'm just an ordinary person sitting at home watching this and picking up on this? Why is someone else not seeing this and saying, wait, this might not be such a good idea?
And maybe people in the chat will remember. Bam, I'm pretty sure you'll remember in Voodoo. But, y'all, if y'all think back to Thanksgiving and Christmas a year ago and 2 years ago, or it may have been 2 years ago and 3 years ago now, but not just Daryl Brooks, right?
Yep, I remember.
The Christmas parade killer. But if you remember, there were two other guys.
Yeah, that shooter.
There was the shooter
in Chicago. Yep.
Was that Chicago?
I think it was.
I know it was Wisconsin. It was somewhere up in there. There was that shooter, and then there was the other one. I'm trying to remember. He had both of them had YouTube channels, and both of them had social media, aside from YouTube. And one of them had written all of these. Maybe it was the shooter.
Yes.
Was it the shooter? Okay, so my point is like, you're exactly right in what you're saying, because, there's people on here. There's a guy, I'm not going to say his name. I'd appreciate it. Nobody in chat said it, if anybody from over there is still listening. But this dude gets drunk and he talks about he claims he's not drunk. That's a complete crock of shit. He talks about his service and he talks about how, basically he says over and over and over again how he wishes somebody would pull up because he's going to kill him.
Yeah.
How he's got nothing to live for. He already sees the future, blah, 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 blah. I mean, people did try to warn the authorities about that shooter that I was just talking about a second ago. But really, where is the line? Where is the line before people start saying, "Hey, look, man, you've got your freedom of speech. You can come on here, I guess, and say whatever the fuck you want to, but don't be fucking crying and bitching when motherfuckers start calling the goddamn authorities on your ass because you sound completely fucking unhinged." It doesn't matter whether you're doing it online, in my opinion, or whether you're doing it in aisle 7 at the fucking Home Depot.
Yes,
I'm
totally
reporting
agree.
your ass.
Well, look at the day that shooter was at where Voodoo goes.
Yeah.
You remember I'd spoken to her that morning.
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, I'm going off to do some shopping," and I'm fucking around, and the next minute, bang! 9 people shot, and I thought, "Oh my God." I just knew right away that this was definitely close to her. And I messaged her, no answer. I thought, oh, fucking, that's when I started to call you and say, where is she?
Yeah.
And then it turned out that she, that was where she usually went. But again, he had left all of these rantings and writings and, oh, I'm going to do this. And he hated the American people. And it's like, when is somebody going to start actually taking responsibility for this?
Yeah.
Well, you have all of the shenanigans that go on various channels, and I don't know how long ago it was, but people have it clipped, and it's been played many times where he's going off unhinged and says that he almost went to Rada's house to kill him. How come his
No, what he
channels
said
are
was,
up?
"You're lucky I didn't do that."
Who is this? Is this Rebel?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. This guy is so angry. He is so angry, and what you've told me now about him cutting people's eyes out, that's weird. I'll have a chat with you offline sometime, and I'll give you a rundown on that. But that's something that we would flag up and say, okay, this is starting to get a little bit uncomfortable now. It's quite worrying. And then you've got Ron, who's threatening to shoot everyone. He's oh, you come near me and I'll shoot you, and I've got a gun and I've got a gun. And it's like, okay, you're going to push the wrong person someday. You're going to fuck with the wrong person and provoke them to the point where they do come for you, and they might bring their gun. And how's this social media now? How come people are talking like this on social media? What happened to let's go out and entertain each other and have a chat with each other? Because
Well, if you
this
think about
thing's
it,
getting dangerous.
that's the reason. Really, in my opinion, that's the reason doxing is a thing, because it's the anonymity behind the internet that spurs the dox, right? It's not really about exposing a person for what what they actually are. What it is exposing them for what you perceive them to be and what you want them to be to everybody else that you have an ear to listen. That to me, that's really what it is.
But that's only part of it. Doxing that I have seen is about power.
It's absolutely about power.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It is. It's becoming extremely worrying. Very, very worrying. As I say, 2017, I think, is whenever I started to do the odd live stream and what. And what I've seen up to now, I'm seeing more and more really angry people live streaming, telling other people how angry they are and how angry they are that these people didn't give them money. And it really does all boil down to money.
Yeah.
And drugs. I want money for weed. 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 What the fuck? Go and work for it then.
Sell weed.
He's become a lol cow. I mean, it's just.
Well, I think the point with him is he's always been one, but
Yeah.
that's why I've never understood some of these creators that come on here and they use their real names.
Yeah.
And then, they spend years duping their audience into thinking that they've somehow been wronged in some form or fashion. Well, let me ask you this, creators who do that. Do you go into the grocery store and wave your checkbook around and shout out your routing number and your checking account number and your driver's license number and all of that kind of stuff? No?
No.
Then why the fuck would you do it online? And my whole thing, my whole thing with a lot of these people have been this entire time is all of the bitching that goes on back and forth. Doesn't YouTube tell you to guard your fucking privacy?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Every single fucking time you go into a chat or onto a channel, it says that. It says it right there. But much like everything else, and I'm guilty of it too. You see the same old warning sign and you just swipe on by and ignore it. You know what I mean? And you become desensitized to the seriousness of it after a certain period of time. And then all you have is, well, if you're the loquacious type on YouTube, you have content to bitch about because you've been quote unquote doxxed. Meanwhile, you used your real fucking name as your account.
Yeah. that was the point that I made last week when I, made that community post. I'm known on here as Bam.
Yeah.
And that's it. Don't be presumptuous and ask me who I am and what have you. My name's Bam, and that's what you call me. And the other people in my life call me Mum, and my real friends call me something else, and it's different. I don't come on here advertising my real name and address. So don't presume that it's okay for you to do that, because it's not.
Yeah.
And that's what I say. We're getting dangerous because you've got people that are doing that. Then you've got these incredibly angry people that are hanging around, shouting and what have you. Look at that night with Rebel, right? He came in and he threatened me. Oh, your channel, you're going to get it now, and it's all because of your friendship with Clown. And of course, what did I do? Fucking not to 10 straight away. And then you guys came in and Voodoo said, Bam, can you do me a favor? Can you go and look in your PayPal? And I said, $6,000 or something like that. And then someone else had said, check your PayPal. And I go, another $2,000.
Oh, he was shitting himself.
Do you remember? And he sat over there going, yeah, that bitch has made such and such a many thousand of dollars, and I'm sat here and I can't even get some weed. Now, if I lived a couple of streets away from him, that fucker would have been round at my door, because I'm a woman, I'm a small woman, and he's a fully grown man. So yeah, it's like people need to realize that there's I've been saying it for years, there's a lot of very fucking unstable people that use this. But they've gone from unstable to incredibly angry unstable. And this is where it's becoming more and more dangerous every day.
Is that Paige? Is that Jay Bissell?
I don't know. I don't know everybody's socks. I don't know if that's Paige. I don't know. She's not blocked as far as I know.
No, we've never blocked her.
So I don't know why she would, but I don't think that's Paige. But yeah, it's crazy. It's just fucking craziness. I don't know,
Dangerous crazy.
But hopefully, like I said, hopefully, COVID's isn't taking it too serious and hard.
No,
and
he's probably fine.
If he can beg for weed, the cats can beg for catnip. Exactly. Cats.
It's the what did he say? He said something last night about, because sometimes I'll listen to him late at night, like when I'm winding down, and I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. I love my life. But he was like, I would take a whole bag, like a whole bowl of cigarette butts right now. And I was thinking, sweet Jesus, if this is not rock bottom for at least your nicotine addiction, what is?
What did he say he was going to eat? A bowl of cigarettes? What?
No, he wished he had a bowl of cigarette butts that he could smoke, because he couldn't get money for cigarettes. And his mom, Ellen made him clean the kitchen and told him, I would imagine, I'm not giving you any more money.
Oh, she does the topic.
Costa, you better clean this kitchen.
You want some goddamn money.
And don't be running the goddamn water. Anyways, and what kills me is begging for all this money, right? Meanwhile, he opens on camera, he opens a tub of Lysol wipes from fucking Walgreens, where they're supposedly banned from going, of all places. How much was that tub of wipes at Walgreens? Probably like fucking $15 goddamn dollars.
At least 7.
I mean, you can go to the dollar store and get them for like $2, $3.
Exactly.
But this motherfucker, they've got to have premium everything, but they're so poor, right?
Yeah.
He's got to beg on the internet, Can't get a job. Can't work because people are going to take his work away. No, Rebel, we want you to stop being a drain on society, you fucking lazy leech.
You know what else? There's the flip side to it, though. You know how I was saying about I've got a kid that's out there, you know, driving to work with a break in his spine. You've got this fucker sitting beg. I need $110. I need money for weed. I need money for cigarettes. You might find someone like Griffin that's sitting in America watching this wanker. And this kid is having to go to work every day. He's not asking anyone for anything. And he starts to get resentful towards this bastard.
Yeah.
This kid's thinking, you know, I'm not getting my bollocks in every day. I've got a broken leg. I'm driving to work. And he's getting this handled to him and that handled to him. And, you know, the kid might just have a bad day one day and go around and beat 7 bells of shit out of him. That could happen as well.
Yeah.
Someone with an attitude like that and that amount of rage.
Yeah.
He might meet his match. And as I say, Griffin's 6'6". You might have somebody in America who's 6'6" with a broken leg or a broken arm. And they just get fucking sick of hearing this.
Rebel is teeny tiny. He's like 5 foot.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Someone like Griffin would kill him.
Yeah.
That's my whole point, Colin. You know, you might have somebody that's laid up after they've had an accident and their mom or their sister or their dad or something says, have you seen this arsehole here?
Yeah.
You know, and the kid starts to watch.
Well, and the thing about him is he's actually a really easy target for a nice cush life sentence with 3 hots and a cot because he doesn't have any other family. It's
that's
him
willing,
and his
no,
that you know
willing. He
Yeah.
has
well
family.
okay
They are
that's
not willing.
right.
Hold on, let me butt in both of you. Let me butt in, then I'll
Right.
shut up. One guy said the other day, I think he said it to me on COVID's, or maybe he said it to someone else, or maybe I heard it, I don't know. But he said that his sister, won't let him in over the door. Sister's okay with the mom, but she won't take him. Why is that? There's something wrong there.
I'll let the chat speak to that because I can't really
see
know.
the chat. I can't see it.
Well, I'll put it up if somebody speaks on it, and I'll read it. But I don't want to speak on it because I don't necessarily know. Well, here, Blues.
Well, I've got a pretty good fucking idea because
Blues
I know
said
my
his family
kids
hates
fight.
his guts. But there's reasons that his family hates his guts. Okay?
Right.
And Dave said Rebel touched the nephew. Which, you know, I've heard that before on other people's lives. I have not seen actual proof of that. I have not sought it out. So I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I have no idea of its existence, but it wouldn't shock me to find out, I'll put it that way, that there has been some kind of activity, and that is the exact reason why either one of the siblings want anything to do with those.
Well, I would say that it's a bit deeper than that as well, if I'm honest. Because there's something wrong there. My kids fight.
Yeah.
But there's no way, touch wood, that any of them would see the brother or their sister homeless or struggling like that. There's absolutely no way. No way.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you happen to pick up on that video that you sent me, that the reason that his mom could not go into the courthouse was because she got herself banned?
Yeah, I think it was Witch had said that, because I'd only flicked through it, and Witch had said, well, she's done something to get thrown out. But then she comes out and she's calling people Irish cunts. Right, I'm not Irish, I'm British. I have a Northern Irish accent, but Northern Ireland is part of Britain. However, Wiccan is Irish. And Wiccan has been very kind to me, very nice to me. She genuinely cares about me. And I really took offense when I heard that woman say that, because truly, she's not fit to wipe Wiccan's arse, let alone sit there and call them fucking Irish cunts and Irish this and Irish that. It's like, whoa, wait, hold on, this is my people you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, we come from the same land, but it's split into 2 parts. You've got Northern Ireland that's part of the UK, you've got Southern Ireland that's independent. But at the end of the day, we're all Celts.
Right.
And trust me, our bloodlines are all interacted. You could find somebody that lives at the very top end of Southern Ireland, and probably somewhere down the line, one of their great 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 grandmothers married my great 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 grandfather. That's the way it works in Ireland. Who the fuck does she think she is? Standing there criticizing an entire nation of people because what, something that she did and they told her to get out?
That's because
She's like a fucking silverback gorilla plus a mutant human.
Yeah, she is. Not gonna
She
lie.
is. Fucking Sasquatch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, do y'all have columns in front of your courthouses over there?
That's what I wondered what you were talking about. Some of them, yeah. The more modern ones, no. But yeah, most of the time there's columns. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what does she think this is? Fucking 1640 Rome or something?
Right. She thinks everything is a Greek palace.
Oh.
Well, if she likes Greece so much, why doesn't she go back and live in Greece?
Yeah.
I think she got banned from there.
She's banned from Greece?
Yeah.
Wow. I was in Ayia Napa once and I didn't get banned.
I think she's banned from Greece.
Honestly, Fudo, I put one picture of me up on Facebook once, right? And this guy instantly, straight under the picture, it was when Facebook was a bit different at the start of it, and he said, "Were you in Ayia Napa?" Oh fuck. No, it wasn't me. It definitely wasn't me. Truth, it was me.
Oh, goodness.
But so she's banned from Greece then?
No, I'm
Well,
just
you're
fucking
banned
around.
from
But she
Greece.
probably is banned from Greece.
I've never heard of that before, but cool, okay.
Yeah.
He's making shit up, but we can see it happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bad attitude, the Irish cunts, and then they have a little whisper session, and then he goes, "Oh, they'll not buy you breakfast. They're bastards." It's like, pardon me? Are you seriously asking people to buy your food?
Yeah.
Well, not asking, demanding.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Yeah. Oh my God, Richard.
What?
Maybe she thought the columns at the courthouse were a stripper pole and they had to stop her from dancing.
Oh, jeez.
That would be a punishment. Is that Richard Cheese? Is that guy,
Yeah.
Richard Cheese?
Yeah.
I've watched, I think it's a couple of his videos about Rebel. There's one of them that says Rebel is having chair problems.
Richard Cheese is like one of the best channels to watch. Like,
Yeah.
just Connie related. I mean, he does a really good job, and he's always got, throws in a couple of little things here and there, like quips or comments.
No, but it's so funny. Rebel is having chair problems. I mean, there's no way that's going to be at the top of the algorithm. But when you know what it's about, it makes it funny. But I actually have those for the back garden. Mum got me them this summer because they're really lightweight and they're sturdy. They're sun chairs. That's what they're for. They're sun chairs. So she got me 2 of them. And when I seen him and he's saying it's all right for watching the TV, I'm what? You've got sun chairs in your lounge?
Well, I think that, well, if I'm not mistaken, that was in their old house. That's not.
What have they got now? Wooden boxes?
I'm not sure. I'm not actually. Yeah, I don't know what they have now. I don't think they have anything. They have mattresses that they're not grateful for. I know that.
No, I think he slipped and said somebody got him a couch, too.
Oh, did somebody get him a couch?
A long time ago, yeah.
Well, the chair's broke though. Somehow he broke that chair. God only knows. I mean,
He didn't weigh enough to break it, but he probably kicked it.
I bet you Ellen broke that motherfucker.
Well, yeah, they're not. You're not supposed to have loads and loads of weight on them. The trick of them is they're aluminium made, but they can take a great deal of weight, but they're lightweight. So they're ideal for someone like me with a bad back, where they're going to support you and you can move it around easily enough without straining yourself.
Yeah.
So, whenever the package came to the door, I was panicking. I'm, oh my God, and the delivery guy said, no, it's really light. I'll lift it in for you. He said, but it's really, really light. And I didn't know what it was. And then she'd rung and she says, oh, you got your chairs. So, yeah. And they're fine. They're pretty good. And they are actually really, really sturdy. And they're comfortable. You can sit and chill and, just enjoy the sunshine. But I don't think they're meant for house furniture. They're definitely outdoors.
Right.
So
Cruz said he was complaining the Rotary Club didn't give him a free couch. I happen to know that he was given a voucher for a free couch and never went and got it.
Ah. Would that place give me a new mattress, do you think, for my bad back?
I don't think you want it.
Oh, right, okay. Got you.
Mm.
Yeah, we're not talking about premium brand new. I mean,
donated stuff. Got you.
Right. And you know that you can find phenomenal things in thrift or charity shops. And then some things that make you really take out your hand sanitizer.
Yeah. When it comes with a box of fleas.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, more like burn this out back,
Yeah. Make sure you fumigate the entire neighborhood now. I tell you what, if he really has had lice and they had to cut his hair with lice, that whole place that they're living in is going to be infested. That whole place. Infested. And I really don't like to say this, but I'm going to say it. His mum doesn't look too clean either. She doesn't look like she's got a great take on her personal hygiene. Let me just say that.
No.
But she's got sunglasses. She's always got her sunglasses.
Yeah.
I gotta go see to Abby.
Elvis mania.
Yeah.
It's
It's crazy and sad. Sometimes, I wonder.
It's not sad, though. It's not.
Well,
that's my whole point, Clown. It's not. Look what happened in here. I got this spinal injury. And my God, I have done everything possible to make sure that my kids finished school, went to college, got good jobs. Look at Griffin. Look at where he was 3 years ago. Look at where he is now. It's not sad. You can deal with adversity, but you don't have to become like that. If I was to sit and think about all the things that had happened to me, I could become an incredibly angry person.
Yeah.
But you know what? He wouldn't sit and join in with me. He'd get me fucking put in the loony bin and say, right, whenever you've cooled down, you can come out. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. I mean, same here. He and the same with a lot of us. He says that you people don't know what it's like for this, and you don't know what it's like to have that happen, and it's all poor me, poor me, poor me. Well, I mean, a lot of us have dealt with a hell of a lot more adversity than you could ever fucking fathom.
Exactly.
I've literally never had it in my life where I could just sit in a room, play video games, talk shit on the internet all day, every day for years on fucking end. I've never, ever had that, ever. I mean,
you wouldn't want to, though.
No, I know. I understand that.
Yeah.
But, I think about like the times I've spent in jail. I think about the adversity that I've faced there. I think about the homelessness that I've faced. I think about having to care for my elderly grandparents when like my mom was stealing from them and shit like that. And I think about like seeing my relatives that are now gone, how they get all swelled up with cancer and their bodies are just getting eaten away and swollen up into fucking scabs and cheese, and they've got hospice in there and there's nothing you can fucking do for them.
Yeah.
All of that
and then you beat the alcoholism too.
Not one.
You beat the alcoholism as well.
Not one motherfucking time ever did I look at anyone else anywhere other than the pastor of my church and ask for anything except for a fucking prayer.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. That's what I mean. You face adversity, and it sucks. It does suck. And there's some people that go through life, and nothing touches them, and you say, why? Why is all of this happening to me? I get it. I get it. But at the end of the day, you've got a choice. You can either be clean and you can try and do the best, or you can turn yourself into this angry, miserable, unhappy person and expect the world to owe you a living. Because I've got news for you: that world is not going to pay that debt. The world doesn't give a fuck.
Nope.
The sooner that you learn that, the better.
That's right.
I need $110. I'm sitting here for 7 years. I've raised money for people. You know that. I've got people appointments at hospital. I've got people appointments with their fucking MPs. I've gone above and beyond for my subscribers, and you know that. And when have I ever asked for anything for myself? When have I ever told you anything that's a problem in here? Tell me when.
Never.
Thank you.
I mean, I've asked, but you've never asked me for anything. You've
Nope.
never, other than friendship. That's it.
Thank you.
Friendship and love. That's it.
Yep.
And so we have that mutual respect and revelry in that way, as a few of us do online. It's not just us.
Well, I think our channel has that. We've got a closeness in there, don't we? We're
Right.
all friends. But if I was to come on and say, right, I need a mattress, I need it, I need it, I need it. I know which would be after like 2 or 3 live streams. She'd be like, Bam, are you all right?
Yeah.
It's not like you to do this. And I know that you guys would be on saying, what the fuck, what's going on? Why are you doing this? We don't mind helping you, but don't tell us we've got to do it.
Yeah.
My guys would be so fucking disappointed, because I think that all of you have got that one thing that you can always pull out of the hat and say, she's never asked us for anything.
Well, no, and there isn't anybody greedy or demanding or annoying in our chat. Everybody's pretty respectful, and some of us have very different opinions, but
Yeah.
we're respectful of it. If you started doing that shit, I'd be calling Mama Rat so quick. I'd be like, what in the fuck?
Well,
What is going on?
busy because Mama Rat would be blowing her fucking phone up any goddamn ways.
Yeah, she'd be at the door. Trust me, she would
Like,
be at
what
the
the
door.
fuck?
She would have my ass beat all the way up the stairs and back down again.
I've talked to her. She's pretty saucy. She'd be in her door.
Yeah, there's
Don't go head to head with her. Jesus Christ, it's a fate worse than death. Anyone that's stupid enough to try it, good luck.
Yeah.
But no, you've got a mother and son combo here. And, as I said, we had problems here a few years ago. And Griffin had to go and learn. He had to learn things the hard way.
yeah.
And now he's here, and he's making an effort, and
He's a good kid, too.
he's not a bad kid. He's not bad at all. That picture that I got of him and Forrest today, you want to see the look of pride on Griffin's face. He's beaming with pride.
Yeah.
And Forrest is just gazing at him.
Oh,
It's lovely. It's really nice. I said to him, give me that because I want to print it out. And honestly, they could be father and son. Forrest is the double of Griffin.
oh.
And it's so nice to see, because 3 years ago he hated everybody, he hated his entire family, and everybody was bastards. And I was getting really worried about him. But that I did my best for him.
Yeah.
And if I thought for a minute me and my son were online and being portrayed and looked at the way that those two are, I'd put sleeping tablets in both of their fucking dinners. That would be the end of it.
Right?
Honestly, I'm not kidding, Voda. I'm really not kidding.
I know you're not. So at least get some peace at night.
Well, get some peace for eternity, because there doesn't seem to be anything that guy's going to do with his life. I mean, it was sitting there. I think a woman will come along and take care of me. The fuck does he think he is?
A million people have said it. I firmly believe it. The only hope for people that need a radical change in their life is, you know, for two things to happen. They need an extreme bottom for whatever their situation is, and they need to have some kind of spiritual awakening. And I'm not talking about religion, I'm
Mm,
talking about some kind of awakening that makes them see, my
themselves.
yeah,
Yeah,
this is my life. This is what I've done.
yeah. They should be able to live on what the state has given them. You know, they're not as poverty stricken as what they're pretending they are. They're not.
No,
Unless they're spending every penny that they've got on weed. And then, if that's the case, then you're going to need to kick that out of your life. But she doesn't look underfed to me.
mm-mm.
And he's sitting there with computers and phones and whatever else. You know, those things aren't cheap and they're not free either.
Well, they were for him.
Oh, got you, got you. Were they supplied?
By me. You don't remember that? I gave him a phone that
Fuck's
was laying.
sake.
I gave him a phone that was laying around the house, and I found a cheap laptop on a Black Friday deal. And then he uses it as part of his grift to say that we bugged the phone and the laptop. And it was like, little buddy, you can take that phone and laptop and shove it right up your prison pocket.
Nasty. Well, give it back then. If they're fucking bugged, give them back then.
Nah.
Well, I told him to give them back. We made a bet. I don't remember what the bet was, but I'm pretty sure I would win the bet. I told him
He's
to give us
disgusting. He's
give us the
absolutely
phone.
fucking disgusting. No, you didn't tell me about that because you know that I would have hit the fucking roof if I'd have known about that.
I know, but you
See how she does this? She tells me these things when we're live on air so that I can't bloody start.
I ain't stupid.
Yeah, you're not fucking stupid. You're sneaky. You.
But I was stupid with Rebel.
Yeah, you bloody were.
I fell for the grift. But there were multiple different things that I did to set him up in the position to be able to get a decent job and
Yeah.
work from home. It was going to take some effort on his part, though, and he didn't want to do it.
Same old story.
Well, it's like Negs. This guy's nearly 50 and he's sitting crying, I don't want to work. I just want to create. Oh, I don't want to do anything except sleep. But unfortunately, there's some things, that we got to do. I think my kid with his break in his back doesn't want to drive his car to and from work every day, but he's got to do it.
Yeah.
Give me money because I'm entitled to it. Okay. How much do you want, Frankie Ruzak the second?
Yeah.
How often do you guys get up in the morning, you're getting your coffee or your tea, whatever it is,
Mhm.
you're just doing your wake up routine, and you think to yourself, maybe it's somebody you work with, maybe it's something you've got going on in your personal life, but you're like, God damn, it is Monday. I still have a mortgage.
Yeah.
I still like, having some security to me. I would love to not go into the office, but I have bills to pay. I have things to do. I have a dog to take care of. Some people have children to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
So the audacity of somebody that day in and day out on a regular basis says, nah, no thanks. You go to work. I'll get it for
And
free.
give it to me. Yeah, give it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm entitled to it because I don't like this life very much. Or something's happened to me, It's like, okay, do you want to hold my beer? Do you want to compare notes?
Exactly.
It's not me sitting here saying, I need this and I need that. I'd love to see what would happen to me if I tried that. Like I say, she'd be right up at this door and absolutely kick my ass. And then I would never hear the fucking end of it from some of you on here. Oh, wow.
Well,
Actually, do you know what? I wouldn't let myself down like that anyway. I wouldn't.
It reminds me, like my I was raised by my grandparents. First off, my mom didn't have anything to offer me. She was poorer than Ellen and Rebel have ever been in their entire fucking lives. So she didn't have anything that she could have provided for me, regardless.
Yeah.
If I had taken the stance that Connie takes, my grandparents just would have been, they just would have said, okay, see ya.
Yeah.
Locks would have been changed. No phones would have been answered. Bye.
Stop it, Frookie. We grew up in a civil war. You know, there was bombs going off left, right, and centre. And I'm not kidding. That's really the way Belfast was.
Yeah.
Our depot got blown up. They left an incendiary device outside it. And it blew the windows in while we were inside. Whatever. So we had to go to work like that. Every day you knew there could be a bomb going off, or you could be caught in crossfire. And this was reality. But you still went to work, you know, you didn't think about it.
What else are you supposed to do?
Well, that's it. You still went to work. And this waste of time, you know, before I had my injury, I took my kids to work with me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I can't,
You can't relate.
Can't fathom.
No, he disgusts me. He really does disgust me.
But we all disgust him, you know. That's what makes me laugh, is like he calls us all disgusting pigs for not giving him our blood, sweat, and tears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he'll go on and on for anybody that's remotely new about his disability or his mental
That he doesn't
illness.
have.
Right.
That he doesn't have.
His mental illness or his situation. But do not dare find out what that is, because you're going to be sorely disappointed.
Yeah. Well, apparently that's the same with Knives, because he was claiming that he'd had all these mental illnesses and what have you. And I always was thinking, nope, you know, this is not bipolar to me. But apparently he's had his disability and what taken off him. He's not happy about it. It's like, well, what did you think was going to happen? You know, what did you think? If you're lucid enough to be able to choose to do this, that, and the other, then you can't say that your mental illness is stopping you from going to work.
That's then right.
You can work from home. If you're lucid enough to turn a computer on and ask people for money, then you're lucid enough to work from home. Remotely.
What about if you're lucid enough to turn on a computer and solicit women for not so illicit pictures for what some would consider reprobate behavior in the privacy of your own home? Would you say that that person, you know, has a disability?
Nope.
I wouldn't either.
Nope.
I wouldn't either. And I wouldn't ridicule the people that decide that, well, you know what, I can make a few $100 off of this fucking whack job, because that's exactly what those people are.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly.
Sorry, I'll kink shame all fucking day long. I don't give a fuck. Judge me.
Well, look at Rosie. Look at Rosie. She's got
whoa.
No. What I'm going to say is, and that girl asks for nothing.
Right.
She just wants friends.
Yep.
She just wants to be liked. She came on yesterday when I'd been on Rebels, and she couldn't wait to get up there to tell me she loved my voice.
Yeah.
And she wanted to show me her nails. You know, look at my nails. And she was all excited about her nails and what. And we're having a chat about her nails and what have you. And I was trying to talk with her, but like I said, I don't know whether there was a delay or what, but there was someone else that was talking. So I couldn't really hear what she was saying. I don't think she could hear me either. But there's somebody that does have autism, and they're asking for nothing.
No.
They just want friendship.
Yep.
You know, so like I say, I went out of my way yesterday. You know, the girl came up and she's like, "Bam, Bam, can you hear me?" And you know, I thought, well, you know, it's not going to do any harm to sit and have a chat with a girl. There's somebody that has a disability. There's somebody, you know, that, and she's happy. She's a happy soul. You know, she was smiling from ear to ear, and she was delighted to be chitter-chattering, and She was all thrilled with her nails. And then you've got this fucking misery bucket that's sitting there, and it's clear that he's not autistic. He's definitely not autistic. He doesn't seem to have a mental disability to me. What
Yeah.
he seems to me is he's an extremely angry person,
Yep.
small man syndrome,
Mm.
and feels entitled to be kept.
Yep.
If you want to be a gigolo, you're going to have to be good looking. You're going to have to be a lot taller than that. You're going to have to be in incredible shape. And an agency usually will approach you. You know, if he's thinking that he's going to get some woman to pay for him or what, or be some type of gigolo. He doesn't have what it takes, and his attitude fucking sucks. So nobody is going to take that on.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't going to say anything mean about her client.
No. I just Rosie. I don't have any problems with Rosie. I have my specific reasons that I don't really talk to her. I like her.
Mhm.
I've encountered her on other chats before, and
She's very nice.
she's very nice. And it's like you say, you know, she just wants friends. She's got plenty of those. She does have a lot of people that look out for her online. I appreciate that, and you know, I know you weren't going to say anything bad.
No,
Too much.
that's my whole point, though. There's somebody that could say, I've got a disability and I need this and I need that. And people probably would try to help her.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But then you've got this fucker that's sitting there that there seems to be absolutely nothing wrong with him. Complete clarity and lucidity.
Yep.
And give me. And they're all bastards and Irish cunts and screaming in his car, and he's going to go around and kill somebody else. It's like, the fuck is your deal, mate?
Well, I have a theory that doesn't seem to gain very much traction, and I'm not necessarily a conspiracy theorist, and there's really no conspiracy there. It's only because I've experienced this in my own life with real people that, you know, had nothing to do with the internet. But there are some people out there who in my opinion, they sort of used this platform as a way to document their quote unquote struggles, as they put it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And they use this to present to, you know, doctors, psychiatrists, government agents that are in charge of like stamping off, you know, whether or not you get disability and that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people on here that will go to just about any length to make sure that they still get that. And I'm sorry, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Well, I'll just say it this way. To make sure that they still get that check.
Yep.
And people in this chat know what lengths I'm talking about. Like, they will literally go to any fucking length, no matter how much it pains them, no matter how ridiculous they look online and or in real life.
Yeah.
And I think that some people continue this, what is really and truly psychotic behavior, because they think that ultimately it's going to get them that check.
Yeah. I've got news for them. The only time that anything on the internet or social media is used in that capacity is when it is a compliance officer, which is fraud.
Yeah.
And they'll use it against you.
You know,
they'll say, well, you were on
exactly.
Facebook twirling hoops.
Precisely.
So right. That's the only time that it's taken into consideration. His girlfriend is a tax compliance officer. And there's another one of them that's actually working for the DWP as a compliance officer.
Yeah.
So, sorry, but sitting on the internet saying, oh, look, I can't lift my arm, that's not going to be taken into consideration. The only time they're going to use that is fraud.
Yeah.
What wasn't there somebody cuckoo in your community when I first joined it that was on the dole, as they say in the UK, and she was jumping up and down and dancing in a video, and she said she had a broken back.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
The
The camel toe chick.
Oh, ugh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, dancing around, putting yourself online. It's like, yeah, right, okay. You're
She-
claiming disability. Mhm.
the whole camel toe song.
Yeah, remember? You coochie, your snapper, you're showing off your flapper.
That's a cool song.
She hated that song. I played that song like every 20 minutes, like
Yeah,
3
you
years
wouldn't
ago.
Stop it.
I was supposed to learn it.
That's right, we were going to sing it, weren't we?
Yeah, I'll get to it eventually.
Oh, God. 3 years later.
Clown and Bam duet.
Yeah. That song is hilarious.
It is good, isn't it?
But in moderation. Moderation.
What is this what do you I can't even pronounce that word.
Yes, you can. And you know how to execute it.
Oh, I think Bam would disagree with that.
I'm staying out of this. I'm not getting the blame of this.
Well, all right. I guess I'm gonna hop off here. COVID's. I hope you're having a good night, man. Bam, thanks for coming up. I figured
Very
it was kind of an abrupt end, and I thought, yeah, that's Lady Witch. That's who she's talking about. Isn't that her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a while. So,
That's her.
but
That's what I was talking about.
yeah, his live came to kind of an abrupt ending, and I thought, well, people might still want to go bullshit, so he just came on here to bullshit for a little while. But
Well, like, I'm sorry if I made him feel bad or what. I hope I didn't, but there we go. You know.
No. Everything was just fine. I just hope I hope he's not pissed off.
I think it was Nemo.
Huh?
Nemo. The fish.
Oh yeah, the fish is what annoyed him. Well, you know what? I mean, COVID says he loves his ladies. Well, they've got a saying about sticking your pin in crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's it.
I'm not saying they're banging, but I'm just saying, you go poking the fucking crazy people, and they're gonna fucking get crazy
Well,
on you.
that's it. If you say this channel's open to everyone, every fucking crazy that's banned from everywhere else is gonna go there.
Yeah.
That's the point I keep trying to make to him over and over again.
I even heard him say, like, he was getting frustrated. He was like, this isn't making any sense. I'm like, no, it hasn't been making any sense, bro, since you let her up. It hasn't made any fucking sense. In fact, it's almost as if she woke up out of a dead sleep and just zombied her way onto that fucking panel, and it was just gibberish. Absolute gibberish.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I weren't involved in it, and I'm going to stay that way. I'm not getting involved with any of them.
Yeah.
My channel runs just fine without them. COVID's is welcome anytime, as you know. So, right, listen, guys in the chat, thank you very much indeed for having me. Clown, Voodoo, thank you for having me up.
Thank you for coming up.
You're very welcome, and I'll see you in the Beano.
Yeah. Keep warm over there, and we love you a million.
I'll try. All right, love you guys. See you later.
Yep.
Bye.
All right. Whoa.
It's tired.
It's only Tuesday.
I know, but I'm off Thursday, Friday, Monday. I don't care.
Oh, you're lucky. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know. I'm so over the bullshit going on at work with these fucking people. Like, just
park ranger. That's the only job where you're not going to really deal with that many people.
I don't want to be in the cold.
They have a high rate of suicide and mysterious death.
I'm not surprised by the mysterious death part.
Yep. You're working in serial killer territory.
What do you mean?
Park rangers.
Oh, I thought you meant where, like, the neighborhood I work in is extremely bad. It is serial killer territory as well.
No, it isn't.
It's absolutely. It is absolutely serial killer territory.
Yeah, but I'm never coming to visit you at work.
No, don't.
Not happening.
No. It's not a good neighborhood. It's really not.
No.
Uh, sometimes I'm scared myself going around there. I'm not kidding. I'll be like Rebel with a dead mouse on the floor. I'm breathing heavy,
Oh God.
fucking terrified. You know?
I think you're more terrified one of the bums is going to step out in front of the truck.
Yeah, especially at night, because I don't, my night vision is not what it once was.
I swear to God, you're older than me.
And I don't know. I need to go to the eye doctor or something. I need to do
Yes, you
something
do.
about that.
Yes.
But
But my commute tomorrow is going to be beautiful. I'm going to come out here, have my cup of coffee, and then I'm going to walk into my office with my pajamas on.
shut the front door.
I really thought you were going to tell me to shut the fuck up. Wow. Wow, this man just got fucking ballsy.
Oh, Connie is he at work? Yeah, he's probably at work. If he's not, I don't even know if he's live or if he's doing anything.
Looking the streets.
Is he on or is
I
it
don't know.
what's
I didn't
going
know
on?
what to do.
Oh, okay.
No.
I turned my phone off because
Leave Rebel alone at bedtime, clown.
who said that?
Nat clown?
Oh, this is weird feet picture guy.
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
Oh, shame, dude. Take your fucking funky feet and your fetish elsewhere. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you're weird, man. Honestly, dude. I mean, feet pictures, bro.
Dude.
And then didn't you like get cucked out of some hotel room time with some internet chick and fucking
Really?
yeah, I don't know. She went and did drugs with somebody else in a hotel room on his dime or some shit. I don't even know.
Oh. But he's got a picture of a chick as his avatar.
Yeah. I don't even know if that's the real Nat Chloe.
It doesn't matter.
No, it really doesn't. Anyway, leave Rebel alone.
Eat the feet.
You honestly, you'd have better luck getting me to leave Abe alone than Rebel. Although Rebel, yeah, I don't know. I said this yesterday. Really, I was thinking about it. That black and white cat that's on my channel. His name was
Yeah.
Baron. Yeah, he that fucking cat used to be a terrorist, and he got attacked. Like my ex would let him out when she lived in an apartment before we moved in together. She lived near a lake, and she would let him out because he was he was a kitten, but he was a big fucking. When he got into adolescence, he was huge for a really young kitten, and so he was constantly fucking up trees and hanging from door screens and scaring the shit out of the fucking 90-year-old neighbor and running around the apartment terrorizing the other cat and all that kind of shit. Well, anyway, he got attacked by like some wild animal. And after he healed, a few months later, well, then he calmed down a lot. Well, then we moved in together, and that's where you see him in my old backyard. And my old neighborhood had a lot of trees, and there was a lot of birds, wildlife, but not like probably the wildlife that he got attacked by. I think he was either attacked by a beaver or an owl. I'm not sure.
What?
Yeah, I'm not sure which. It was either a beaver or an owl.
Okay.
But anyways,
What's the point?
he would go out there and he would lay down in the backyard, and these birds would fly over, and he would get just flat as a fucking pancake. I mean, he just in terror, and he would look up at the sky, and he'd make these sounds. He would be like, that's the best way I can do it. I mean, I know y'all have all seen it, a cat do this. I mean, and that's Rebel. That, like, literally, whenever you own him on panel, or he's got nothing else to say, or the berserker comes in and just, like the angry Kool-Aid man, and just bursts through the fucking door, just screaming. That's what happens to him. He turns into a cat and just gets like a terrified cat. and just lays flat like a fucking pancake. Like, he starts chattering, it's like nothing else he can do. Like, makes, like fart noises and stuff. Like, it's just terrified. It's hilarious. So no, Nat Chloe, I'm not going to leave that stupid, pathetic piece of shit alone. Fuck you and fuck him. Anyways, did y'all block him or kick him out?
Which got took care of it.
Which got him? Oh, well.
I don't think that she minds that I outed her.
Yeah, yeet the feet. There, I could put that up there.
Blue said he's working on ganking a 20 out of his mom's purse.
He probably is doing that. Motherfucker. Anyway. Well, yeah, appreciate y'all coming by and listening to our bullshit. My bullshit, mainly. And, again, COVID's, man, I hope all's cool, and I guess we'll holler at you in the morning. Because 4 o'clock a.m. comes awful early for me, man. I got to get up and go to work. Still got work to do, thank God.
We're not independently wealthy?
Well, we're independently something. I don't know what it is, but we're something. Yeah, you were talking earlier about those condiments. I got to thinking, you can't even go in those places anymore and hardly get free condiments.
Yeah.
You have to actually purchase something, and then they want to get all stingy with like, how are you going to go? You go into Jack in the Box or McDonald's or something, and you get like a large order of fries, and they give you 2 fucking ketchups.
Which in his world is a travesty.
That's an insult.
This is the tomato man, guys.
That is a fucking insult. Yeah, Sugar Crits. F that motherfucker straight up his stupid fucking ass. And Abe, too. I miss, what did she say? I miss timed.
A pot of chili.
Oh, pot of chili. I finally finished and way past dinner time. Oh, chili sounds so good. Sugar Crits, it's been hot and muggy. Not hot, but just muggy to where it feels hot here like the last 3 days. And, oh God, I got to go take my dad to have his knee replaced on the 1st. And my stepmom texted me the forecast for next Wednesday, and it's 32 for the low, and I think in the 50s for the high. But I'm not.
Either Abe or Rebel were watching because they're doing the laughing emojis. Thank you.
Oh, yay! I can't see them on the StreamYard side. Yeah. I love the laughing emojis. They're hilarious.
I prefer the what the fuck faces.
Yeah.
I sent some of those to you.
Yeah, usually when you see a whole gang of the laughing emojis with the party emoji and the 100 emoji, that's my Morse code. Lady Di, you'll appreciate this. That's my Morse code telling Rebel to get a job. And then Abe, I just do the straight up laughing emojis. He says it doesn't bother him, but clearly it does, or he wouldn't say anything. And Lady Di, I use the laughing emojis for you too. But you're probably too blind to even know what the fuck is going on. So I'll stop wasting my time on that one. Anyways, yeah, guys. Yeah, been warm here for the end of October. Yeah, it certainly has, man. It certainly has. It's just stuffy and muggy. And since like Monday or Sunday afternoon, it's been trying to rain here. It's like Connie trying to squeeze out a tear when he thinks, when he's gaslighting his mom into thinking that she's Britney Spears and he really needs a cigarette. I mean, seriously, it rained 3 fucking drops.
I call bullshit. That's queuing in the grift.
He's gaslighting. Well, it is queuing, but he's gaslighting her into it. That's what he's doing.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, Mom. And you think you're Britney Spears, right? Right? Britney Spears. Oh yeah, I'm Britney Spears. Yeah. Turn on the waterworks, Corny. Costa, you Irish prick. Oh, Mom, I'm Greek. Who gives a fuck? You're stupid.
No, it's you're dumb.
You're dumb.
Yeah, you're dumb.
You're dumb.
Oh, you're dumb.
You guys did this to him. You guys did this to him.
Yeah. I love it when she says, I know what to say and when to say it.
Did you see him using the same Clorox wipe on the cabinets that he had used on the floor? Okay, Sugar Crits, I'll see you one better. Did you see him wipe his face with it?
What?
Yes.
You're kidding.
Hey, Bird. Oh, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sugar Crits. He fucking now.
To me, but I don't care.
I'm fairly. I know I saw him wipe his pretending to be sweaty brow with some type of cloth. I did not see that it was the actual Clorox wipe.
Did he wipe the counters or something?
Yeah, but he had just got done wiping the counters, wiping the walls. He stood up, he looked at the camera, his hands went down out of the shot and came right back up, and he wiped, it was either his upper lip or his forehead with it. And I was like, good fucking God, man. Jesus Christ.
So when I was in college was absolutely the worst time of my life.
Yeah.
And it was ammonia. I would get ammonia at the dollar store for like 40, 50 cents. I mean, I know it makes me sound old as shit, but whatever. But I'm serious. Ammonia was like 50 cents, and I could use that to clean everything with the cheapest paper towels that were possible.
Yeah. Those walls and cabinets were covered in cigarette tar. Well, they're still covered in cigarette tar because the fucking wipes ain't gonna do shit. I mean, hell, Bird could tell you, once that shit sets in, man, you can't eat. I don't know. They do have. I have never tried to use it. I haven't lived in a house that was smoked in a few years now, but my grandparents in the house I grew up in, they used to paint every Thanksgiving. That's what they did.
The inside or outside?
The inside.
Yeah.
And they would primer and they would paint, but they never scraped. You know what I mean? They never sanded in the. I mean, unless there was like something that needed to be repaired, like damaged. But yeah, they would just paint. But god damn, the fucking that shit soaked through after years and years and years. I mean, that house was built in '63 and she died in 2012. So, you know, I mean, there was no getting rid of that shit. But now, I mean, I hear that they've got like these super duper primers you can use, but I have a hard time believing that after, you know,
the oil-based kilts and one called Zinsner Bullseye. Yeah, those are the two best, but they're oil-based.
Right.
They're not an easy cleanup, but they do work awesome. When I bought this house, there was some signs of leakage from the roof. I had it taken a look at, and everything was good, but they had just, I guess they tried to paint over it with something cheap, and I had to get in there with that Zinsner.
Yeah. No turkey, Dave. Mama didn't. That was my grandma. That's what I called my maternal grandmother, Mama. She didn't like turkey, so we didn't eat Thanksgiving. I went to friends or my dad's for Thanksgiving.
Bitch, that refrigerator is going to be full of what they would call pop. So they're just going to have pop in it. Of course, he can only have the glass bottle.
Well, beer.
Cokes.
There's probably beer in there. He's been drinking on stream before. You hear all them fucking bottles rolling around in the car when he had it. Those ain't fucking Yoo-Hoo bottles.
Well, I assumed they were the glass bottle Cokes.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Because he said he can only drink the glass bottle.
Right.
I was like, you little prick.
Uh-huh. I love Coke. Coca-Cola.
There's probably some pizza rolls in there. French sticks.
But if I had to choose between the can, the bottle, and
Fountain?
the fountain, give me the can all day long, baby.
No.
I like the burn.
You are a cheap date.
What the fuck is wrong with that?
Can? It tastes funny.
It don't taste funny.
Yeah, it does.
Ugh.
Yeah, it does. I like the fountain.
Divorce me.
Call me bougie.
Bougie.
I don't care. See, my sugar Chris is on your side. Oh yeah. Did he have like T-pins? That's what we call them, like in sewing and drapery. Did he have T-pins up at the top of the headliner to keep it
Holding that
place?
fucker up. Yeah, I don't know. Ugh.
I think glues are better than they used to be.
Yeah, I hope so. That car was old though. That car was like what was it, guys? Like a 20? Was it a 2012? Or was it older?
No, that sounds about right. But look at all this. These can lovers. Chug it and burp. That's the best part, okay? See, bubbles in the can. I like fountain.
Yeah, Blues. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Mm-mm.
Yep. Fucking chug that motherfucker. Soak that burn in.
Well, the funny thing is, as soon as a can gets cold in the refrigerator, you've already drank it before I can even touch it.
I know, that's so true. That's one thing I would love to get into Rick Crude with is a belching contest.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if I could take him,
That's just nasty.
but I could compete. I bet you I could compete.
Yeah, they are, Richard.
I think he's too old. I don't think he's got the wind. He talks too much.
I don't want to find out.
He talks too much and he gets winded easy. I think I could take him.
You don't get winded easy.
I'm very windy. What are you talking about? Like a one-legged man burping contest, right?
Jesus.
What time is it? Oh, it's 8:30. Yes, Richard. God damn it. Absolutely.
Damn, I didn't have to say that.
It's like they know me so well.
Y'all can see the look on his face.
Which one of these devices did y'all bug?
All of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
I'm a little upset about that mouse, man. You know, he didn't have to kill it. He could have just captured it and
And done what? Feed it? He won't take food away from his mouth to feed any animal.
yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he had to make it a pet, but he could have very easily just like taken it to the dumpster and just let it go in the parking lot and let it forage for food out there.
No.
You know,
He's the kind of evil little bastard that probably wanted to stomp it. I think he did say something about stomping it. Is that when he kept referencing Timberlands?
yeah, he was saying he was going to stomp it with his Timberlands.
I stay up to date on women's fashion, but what I see in men's fashion, are those even still fashionable?
I don't know. I wear real shoes. I have no idea. Yeah, no kill traps. Yeah. The only thing that would have made that better is if the mouse trap would have snapped on his stupid fucking finger.
Yeah.
Before he killed the mouse, and then maybe I wouldn't feel so bad.
I wouldn't.
Because at least, that would be like karma. Be frank with you, I'm kind of surprised that the cheese caught the mouse. That has not worked for me in the past. I have, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I have killed a mouse before with a mouse trap, but it was a mouse that I did not believe existed. My ex and my daughter kept telling me that there was a mouse in the laundry room in our old house, and I kept saying, no, there ain't no fucking mouse in there. I could never find any mouse. This went on for like 2 months. I could never find any mouse droppings. I could never find any evidence of this little booger eating anything or any trails. The cat food and the litter was in that room. I couldn't find any evidence of this fucking mouse. It was a pier and beam house. I had been all up in that motherfucker's shit. You know what I mean? Multiple times a month, because that's what I do, and not for a living, but But anyways, so I didn't believe this fucking mouse existed, and I had set a trap and thinking that cheese would catch it. I tried cheese. I tried lettuce. I tried
Lettuce?
like all kinds of shit. I was trying all kinds of shit. I went to
Are you
work.
serious? Did you
Yeah.
think this mouse is a vegetarian?
I don't know what the fuck this fucking mouse wants. And like I said, I didn't believe that it
Yeah.
actually existed. For a while there, I thought they were fucking with me. I was like, no, there ain't no fucking mouse. So, anyways, I went to work one day and I was talking to this guy about it at work, and he said, peanut butter.
Exactly.
I said, peanut butter? He said, yeah, put peanut butter on the trap. It gets them every time.
Peanut butter and pay for pest control.
So I went home that night and I put peanut butter on that trap and, set it in between the washer and the dryer where they kept saying they had seen this mouse, and nothing that night, Now keep in mind, I even had a cat. Cat hadn't even caught this fucking mouse, right? So I go to bed. I get up the next morning because I would go to work at I'd leave at like 5 a.m. So I'm up before anybody else. I go out in the garage. I light a cigarette. I got my cup of coffee. It's all nice, quiet. Dogs out there laying there. And I hear, whoosh, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the? I'm like, oh, that was that fucking mouse trap.
Mm-hmm.
So I put the cigarette out. I go running into the fucking laundry room. And I look, and there's that goddamn mouse deader than a fucking doornail with his tongue stuck out and his eyes bulging out of his head. And I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
The peanut butter got him. So, yeah, I was shocked, that the cheese got the fucking mouse. Now, let's see, what did birds say? Hang on a second. I got to go back. My God,
He's
you don't know
anti-mouse.
much about mice. They will get into your walls, eat your electrical cords, cause fire hazards. They get into your dried foods and destroy everything inside. Well, that's right, Bird. I know. Believe me, I know, man. I did not believe that this mouse existed. I had been I remodeled that house top to bottom. So, like I said, I did not believe that mouse even existed. I thought they were fucking around with me. I used peanut butter, caught 5 last week. Yep, it works, man. Peanut butter works. Rebel used Reese's peanut butter cups on the trap. Oh, okay, it wasn't cheese. Gotcha. Let's see, they make electrical traps that will kill on entry. Yeah. He said the complex maintenance people set up the trap with peanut butter. He added the Reese's candy. I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't eat the Reese's. Or did he eat half of it and then put the other half on the fucking
He probably
trap?
ate what was left.
Mm.
When I first
Good Lord.
when I first moved here, I rented a duplex because I didn't know what area I wanted to buy in, and there was definitely a mouse, and the owner had set out, the traps and all that stuff. And one day, oh my God, there was a baby mouse that had obviously gotten into the poison, and so if Bam's listening, I can't say the rest of what I did. Yeah, sure, kill me, but it was ugly.
She's probably texting you right now.
She was.
You're going to hell in a handbasket, Missy.
Yes, she is.
He called for help.
Of course.
Man, what would that motherfucker do if he come home? Man, I remember my daughter was she was probably like 10, and her mom dropped her off. Her mother would not get out of the SUV. In fact, they drove down 2 houses because I had like a fucking 8-foot long snake. I don't know what kind of snake it was. It was dark. By the time I saw it laying across my sidewalk in my front yard, I used to live by a lake, and I went and opened the sidewalk, ran up the center of the house, but I went and opened the garage on the side so my daughter could come in. She didn't give a fuck. She walked right up the fucking driveway like, Mom's being ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, I know. And I went back into the house and, got her squared away. And then by the time I got back out to the front, that snake was gone. Believe me, I looked for it. But I can't imagine that motherfucker coming across something like that, man. He would be fucking absolutely fucking terrified. He's grifting for the mouse's funeral now. What a loser. Sorry, motherfucker. He probably flushed it down the fucking toilet and clogged up the goddamn plumbing. Dumbass.
Do you remember that he used to have the maintenance people come out like once a month? Yeah, because of the plumbing in the bathroom.
Ellen goes in there and drops a giant deuce and fucking clogs that shit up.
I think it was because of his hair.
And his
Sorry.
It couldn't be his hair. He's the only motherfucker I've ever seen ever that had 2 dreadlocks.
They told him it was his hair.
Ugh.
We're
Gross.
stressing him out so much he's losing his hair.
I remember back in the 90s, I had an apprentice plumber's license. Thank fucking God that didn't last very long. Oh, what a disgusting, fucking horrible way to make a living. I don't give a fuck how much those motherfuckers make an hour. All I know is you haven't lived until you see a master plumber be running a fucking 5/8 diameter snake into a goddamn industrial fucking sewer line.
Now, don't go too far.
And
Please.
take out a fucking softball sized bloody wad.
Oh, why?
Sorry. All right, I'll stop.
That's disgusting.
I'll stop. And get some on his face. Oh,
You can take your nasty ass in the guest bedroom.
I've been kicked out. She's kicking me out of the room.
That's disgusting. That's so disgusting.
Tell me about it.
Why share?
I would talk to the ladies that fucking flush their feminine products, honey. She is looking at me. She's giving me a look.
Nasty. That's just nasty.
It depends on what kind of lighter blues. It depends. That all depends.
Oh, Richard, what I did, you guys all saw this. He had to take the camera off, or
excuse me.
Pause it, and then he, what do you put, like a piece of plastic or something over it?
Over the camera?
No, over the mouse.
Over the mouse?
Yes.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. We need to figure out what that cover is called. There's got to be a word for that.
Well, it looks like a piece of a
Hang
kitchen
on.
garbage bag.
Wait a minute. But
I
what's
know
the?
y'all saw that?
A mort cloth or a casket saddle? Jesus Christ.
That.
Uh,
I gotta go brush my teeth.
all right. For
All
the
right, you
fifth
killed it.
for the 5th time tonight.
Just fucking killed it.
I think she's not gonna let me sleep with her tonight. She's mad at me. Well, she's not real mad at me, but she's disgusted with me.
I think I'm gonna find that Craigslist image and I'm gonna put it in your bathroom.
Oh, don't!
Uh-huh.
No,
Like that?
no.
Yep.
I haven't been there in years. I need to go take a look and see what those fucking retards are up to.
Same old thing as when we left.
Probably so. Probably so. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate all y'all, and I'll see y'all around tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Thanks, guys.